My name is Helen, I'm 58 and I was first diagnosed with cancer in 1991. In December last year I was diagnosed again with bowel cancer. It had come back and that was obviously a big shock to me. And I was very apprehensive about telling my boss. The company was going through a bit of a trading deficit at the time and I knew that my being out the office wasn't going to help matters. So I didn't know where to go or what to do. I spoke to my boss. He reacted exactly the way that I thought he would. He was supportive, but his first reaction was, what are we going to do? We can't have you out the office for 3 to 6 months. But I was a bit perturbed that he was seeming to indicate that he was going to get somebody in to replace me, having worked very hard for him for the past 3 years.
My name is Tim Spillane and I'm a partner in the Employment Department at Stewart's Law. These pieces of legislation, the Disability Discrimination Act and then the Equality Act, which came after, protect employees and job applicants against unfavourable treatment in the workplace. So the legislation would cover people who have cancer, and though they may not feel that cancer is a disability, in the eyes of the law it would be, and so it would not only cover them, but it also in certain circumstances it would cover other people such as those who care for them. Employers will want to consider what reasonable adjustments they can make to assist the employee with cancer. The employer would want to look at changes it can make, for example, to the employee's working pattern or physical environment to assist the employee with cancer. It's important for the employee with cancer to talk about it with the employer. So, for example, coming up with suggestions and practical ways of dealing with it can be extremely helpful, because being proactive shows a commitment to the job. It will also help the employer to actually understand, for example, reasonable adjustments that may need to be made.
I work at home at least 1 day a week with the option to work more if I need to. I have allowances made for any breaks that I need to take during the working day. I can adjust my hours as and when I need to. And I have time off, paid time off, for when I go to any of my screenings or my doctor's appointments. My advice to anybody who gets cancer diagnosis and who is working is to, first of all, find out your rights. Make sure that you go to places like the Macmillan website where you can get the Know Your Rights leaflets. Ask about flexible working, ask about working from home, ask about having time off, ask about having more flexibility on your objectives and your targets. And together you can work with your employer and both of you can end up being happy.